My research asked the question, can a drop of blood predict your risk for mental illness? DNA is the molecule that encodes genetic information in all living things. While across humans, the vast majority of our DNA sequence is identical, about only 0.1% of the sequence differs between any two people. It is these tiny differences that lead to the vast variety of unique traits that characterize and distinguish each of us, including things like height, eye color, or even susceptibility to mental illness. Research has uncovered specific spots throughout our DNA that are involved in disease, including psychiatric disorders like schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, or depression, which affects millions of people around the world. By knowing an individual's genetic code and knowing these variations in spots that lead to disease, we can estimate a person's genetic risk for that disease. In this example, the blue spots are the good or non-risk associated variants, while the red spots are the bad variants that can lead to disease. By adding up all the blue versus all the red variants, we can estimate a person's risk score. In this study, we collected blood samples from about 800 individuals, half of whom have been diagnosed with schizophrenia. By sequencing the DNA found within these blood samples, we can determine each individual's genetic code, the unique alphabet soup of A's, G's, C's, and T's that make up their DNA. By knowing each individual's genetic code and knowing the variations in spots that can lead to disease, we could estimate each person's risk score. The scores range from -3 to +3, with those on the negative end having the lowest risk for disease and those on the positive end having the highest risk for disease. I ordered the resulting scores from lowest to highest and split them up into 10 equal groups of 80, shown here as percentiles. I found that when comparing the individuals found in the highest percentile, they had about a 4.7 times greater risk for developing schizophrenia than those individuals in the bottom percentile. It was super exciting to see this because the current methods of diagnosing schizophrenia relies on the onset of symptoms. My research is showing that we don't need to wait until it's too late. Given that computing these risk scores is still in such early stages, it's exciting to see the promise in its predictive power while we continue to make the necessary improvements for its eventual use in a doctor's office. The ultimate goal is to give people the option of taking a simple blood test which can tell you your genetic risk for a disease. Knowing your genetic risk can allow you to better prepare and make lifestyle changes that can help lessen, delay, or even prevent the onset of symptoms. Thank you.